Okay, if you feel like you're behind, do this right now. Now, it's time to get ahead. It's the 2nd of January. Everyone's still hungover. Everyone's still recovering, and they kind of had those plans in December. They've probably been partying since the start of December. They have great plans for New Year, New Me, and it's not yet started because they're waiting until the 8th of January. It's your time to get ahead right now. And if you feel like you're behind anyway because you've been drinking all December, listen to this and let's get started right now. So all you're gonna do straight away is learn the difference in you thinking, okay, it's New Year, I'm gonna run more than I did last year. That's a great statement and brilliant. If you could do that, fantastic. The chances of that happening versus you saying, I'm gonna run every other day or every day, Monday to Friday. I'm just gonna run, whether I run 3 kilometers or 10 kilometers, I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna get into the habit of laying my kit out the night before, going to my kit immediately in the morning, putting my kit on, having a glass of water, a liter of water, whatever you need to get hydrated and getting out the door. And saying that habit, instead of I'm gonna run more in 2024, it changes to I'm gonna run every day, whether it's just to go out there and walk and then walk, run, and then maybe 3-4 times a week, I'm gonna do 5, 6, 10K, whatever you can do. But it's going to be first thing in the morning before work. And this is the place I'm gonna do it in, right there. So there's no deterrent, there's no driving, there's no commute in order for you to start running. It's gonna be right from your door. And my habit in the morning is gonna be wake up, drink water, go out the door. And that getting that sunlight into your eyes and onto your skin, along with that new habit, and it's going to boost your productivity in terms of your work and your career. It's going to boost your creativity because you start to think of solutions to problems that you have right now. And it's also going to make you a better colleague to work with. So if you go into a job, if you have your own business, it's going to make you better to be around because you've got that in place. So it's an easy way to get, that's number one. It's an easy way to get started. Write it down. Right, I'm going to run X days, these days, at this time, and this is going to be my habit, and you've got to build that habit in. The whole year can be different for you. If you write that habit down, you stick to that habit, and you turn that initial motivation, which will be high right now because it's the start of January, turn that initial motivation into habit. That's the trick. And as long as you can do that, and it doesn't take very long, it takes 20 to 30 days, you're laughing, right? That's number one. And the second thing is, to get ahead right now is you're going to plan. You're going to plan, okay, so what am I going to be aiming towards in order to make the start of this year a success? What I like to do is, okay, first 3 months of the year, January, February, March, first quarter of the year, I want to build a big base in order to get into the season, April, May, June, big season, whether you're in Europe or North America for racing. I want to build a big endurance base. So I'm going to do a lot more on the bike. I'm going to do a lot more running, but it's going to be a lot of easier stuff. And those interval sessions will still happen. Those long runs will still happen, but it's going to be an overall total volume boost on what I usually do. And the reason I do that is so that once I get to the sharp end, and it's specific training towards certain races, and whether I'm training for a marathon, whether a 10K, whether an ultramarathon, whether it's mountainous, whatever it is, that's going to be a big switch to specific training, but all that fitness, all that volume has come behind, and that will enable me to train really hard and really specific to hit the goals that I want to hit. But the way in which you stay super motivated in this period is 2 ways. You know what you're going to be doing April, May, June. So you've got something like London Marathon in April. The other marathons around that, I think Paris is around about the same time. You've got Seville Marathon in February. You've got these different marathons that are 6 to 12 weeks to 16 weeks away. It's only 16 weeks until April, yeah? So you've got to train yourself to think, right, okay, New Year, etc. But we don't have 12 months. Let's get stuff done now, and let's start hitting our targets now. So you might, to keep yourself super motivated, to keep yourself accountable, to wake up in the morning and go running, it may be, okay, let's put a 5K or a 10K in the diary at the end of this month or the start of February, sometime in February, so that you've got something that you're training towards that you know once you've done that 10K and you've hit your 5-minute pace or 6-minute pace per kilometer, then it's only a matter of endurance training to run the same pace for a marathon later on in the year. And that might be like March, April, May, where you put a spring marathon in the diary, and all you need to do is to retain the pace that you're currently able to run, but build your endurance. Again, that specificity of running your long run and running portions of that at marathon pace so that everything becomes comfortable for you to sit back in second gear and complete the marathon, yeah? So this is a great way for you to literally sit down now, write what your goal is going to be in terms of habit. So initially, the goal is going to be, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to run. Whether that's, it's going to be every day. Whether that's I go out and walk, whether you're just getting used to running and you can only run for 10 minutes, maybe that's 3 days of the week you're just walking. That's completely fine. But what it does for you, that trick, is it doesn't matter whether it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, the first thing you do, or the first thing you know you're doing, when you go into bed the night before is you know you're waking up, drinking water, and going for a run. That's it. You know it's very, very simple. So all the thinking goes away. It's not like, oh, where am I? I'm staying in a hotel today. Your kit is ready. Your first thing you see is your kit. You get into your kit, you drink water, and you go. It's as simple as that. And by even walking, that's going to help that habit. Super, super, super important. And then 3-4 times of the week, you're running. So you're getting used to running, and then you've got the goal in mind of in 4 weeks or 6 weeks, you're gonna do your local park run, whatever, make it as easy as possible. Or there's something that your friends are doing, get involved in that and try to complete it. So you've got targets in mind, you've got goals set in order for you to hit those and get the very, very best out of yourself. That's important. And then you want to think about medium to long-term goals. So what do you actually want to achieve with running this year? Where do you want to be? Where are you right now? Where do you want to be in the future? The best way to do that is to just take a reality check. Right, okay, I've just been partying all December because it's been Christmas party season. I feel a bit hungover now. It's the second thingy. That's what you may be thinking. Yeah? Okay, this is me right now. What do you think I can run 5K in? What do I think I can run 10K in? Make it realistic and be brutally honest with yourself. What do I think right now if I went to run a marathon, what could I run a marathon? When was the last time I did these distances and what were those times? And what did I do specifically in training to get to those distance times? Then, where do I want to be in 3 months? Where do I want to be in 6 months? End of the year, what would be my absolute gold medal goal? Like in terms of maybe your personal best is a 4-hour marathon. You want to, you know somewhere inside of you is a 3-hour 30 marathon, but you've not yet got there. So that might be your gold medal. Let's go for it, yeah? And maybe go a little bit higher than that. So go for 320 because it's possible. If you can run 4 hours for the marathon, you can run 320. It's just a case of training, consistency, and then the specificity of putting together a training program for 10 weeks with a 2 weeks taper that nails that 320. You can do it, absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind you can do it. And then, if you want on the back of that to be hitting these goals, then have a second, okay, and what would the third? And if you put those gold, silver, and bronze medal places in place that you have them, guess what? We're runners, we're winners. We want to be hitting that gold medal. So that's what we're going to be aiming for. But at the end of the year, when we're writing our goals down now, 2nd of January, at the end of the year, you're able to say, okay, what was I aiming for and why did I come up? Why did I hit those? And what could I have done more? Or where did I fall? Okay, I got a silver medal or a gold medal, and why did I do that? Why did I not get the gold medal? Where did it go wrong? It might have been a small injury. It might have been a bout of illness just before a race, so you couldn't do that. It might be, and this is the case for most people, usually it's a case of bad planning. So you've not put the habits in place in order to get, so instead of running 150 times in the year, almost like every other day, you've run 120 times. And so it does make a difference, but the habits are not there. So you've not got to the point where you're waking up, you're putting your kit on, you're going for it might be lunchtime, or it may be after work, but after work, there's gonna be more work for you to do. There's gonna be a meeting you get pulled into. There's gonna be a video call that you've got to show your face on because you're thinking about your career, you're in career mode. First thing in the morning, make yourself that runner who gets into the mode where they're a better worker because you've already tapped into your fitness goal, because you've already helped your running goal. It's hitting those targets and being consistent, making those deposits on a daily basis, whether it's a walk or a run, that is going to help you get that gold medal at the end of the year. It really is that simple. Good luck, and let me know where you're up to at the moment, and I'd love to hear your goals for the end of the year. Like, where are you right now? What can you do? And what are you aiming at? Gold medal by the end of the year. Tell me, and think about what the difference is in the time what you could run right now for a marathon or a half marathon, whatever it is you're training for, and what you're aiming for gold medal-wise at the end of the year. Good luck.